Be careful fighting those two. They look stronger than the rest. Smell stronger too.
That snowstorm is generating freezing winds.
Alright, Fiji, get ready to freeze yourself in one of the ice things. Do it now. Freeze yourself. Pick anyone and run into it. If you don't do that, it's going to splash you like that.
Okay, say that again.
You gotta run into the ice during that part of the fight. And now we have to hide behind one of the big shards of ice. So get behind a big shard of ice right now. Make sure the ice is blocking the guy in the center, or you'll get popped one time. Alright, easy to this. Alright, get out of the center. And now when the center one disappears, you've got like 2 seconds to get into the ice. And now freeze yourself. Pick anyone and just run into it. And don't break yourself out. Let the thing that's chasing you break you out. Now we do the thing where we hide behind the big shard. Make sure the boss in the center is being covered by the shard when you look at him. You can find you behind it perfectly. Freeze yourself. Freeze yourself now. Little turbine. Down to the wire, too.
They never bothered me the last 10+ years. What?
I think they come in the chat and they call out. Make sure you guys have a link. I wouldn't put these two guys together. Well, they do the same funky stuff the boss does. So together they turn into a green funk. Apparently the stink is so bad that the two ogres are together. It's not survivable. Do not want to know what that smells like.
Well, this doesn't look good. No wonder Ela and
Oh,
Lotus are still
nice.
down on those steps.
Come back and get the chest. Just in here. Be careful not to fall. Nice and slow. Did you get the chest, could you? Right here. Dragon, do you do the thing where you taunt the orbs and we break you out? Oh, you want us to kite? Okay.
My mic is messing up. I have to hold the wire for it.
Well, now I hear you. Uh-oh. This lead can end up killing me. If you could do one at a time, just so Wookiee doesn't get overwhelmed. Alright, she's pretty one here. Alright, so periodically, besides the fact that you just don't want the lasers to touch you, there's going to be an orb coming out, and it's going to pick someone to chase around the room. You don't want it to get close to you. It slows you and turns you into stone, which you can break someone out of stone by synergizing on them. But what we're going to do is we're going to run away from the orb if it's targeting you, and the other DPS is going to attack it while it chases that person. Alright? And then Ice Wraith die with the early death. Alright, we're gonna have an orb coming down soon. Actually, oh, there's one. Run away from it. Run away. Alright, it's on me. It's switch target. Okay. Ready to... I know. I went to look. Alright, what's your gonna take you out real quick? On me. Wait, it's pushing really quick. Alright, we have another one. Run from it, run. Take care of it. Alright, there's one out. It's on me. Slowly. Nice one. And alright, fair enough. That's the safe way to do the fight.
These guards.
Static there with you. Can you hear me, Wookie?
What'd you say?
Oh, you're getting a little static. Sounds like you're scratching against somebody's beard.
She must be the giant's matriarch.
Don't stand in the frozen water. Yeah, stand on the thing.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I have to hold my wire straight when I use my mic, though, or it won't work.
We're gonna generally stay here, Fuji. Alright, just hold block when there's an AoE that's gonna hit you. Just hold block on it. And keep healing the tank and us.
You want me to stay right here? Okay.
Stay right here and just keep healing, and as soon as you see that there's like a circle, go ahead and just block it.
One strike from that
Keep
giant
healing.
and you're done.
Constantly throwing out heals, so when we get the butt chug, the heals are actually on the floor while you're incapacitated from butt chug. Hold block. Now hold your head. Okay. Alright, butt chug. That was really good with you. Great job. Okay, this habit is going sideways. Uh-oh.
Feel that? I think the geyser's about to go off.
Looks like the newcomers get to have all the fun today.
Fuck that matriarch. She already got tipped.
slowly. Natural order.
Please don't kill the elks. They did nothing to you. Nah. That's what I get trying to be a conservationist. Dodge roll out of the butthole juice.
I'll purge it all. Wipe it clean.
Oh, where are you?
Okay, we're
He's doing a World of Warcraft line of sight pull. An old trick. Yes, stay there though for the full duration of it. So they all come over here and then they're all back. This is how pulls used to be done in MMOs before Elder Scrolls came along.
Just a moment. I need to get this moving.
Yeah, if for any reason tank's not a butt chug, you can do 2 dodge rolls in a row, separated by 1 second apart, and you'll survive the stuff that shoots out. So it looks like he's doing it, so we'll have to do that.
Continue the research. Yes, the research.
Blast. I am blessed.
Remember to dodge roll through the butthole juice. This is where the butthole juice is made.
Hold. Let them take care of this one. I need you and Lotus to hold off any reinforcements.
Fine, but our deal still stands. After their leader is
Goes to show you what one alchemy station can accomplish, right?
Sovngarde, let's just focus on bashing in some heads, yeah?
So busy. Now let's get to pay this gas.
Yeah, we're gonna murder the heirs, get the buff, burn the boss. Well, murder the boss, then murder the heirs. Then get the buff. You just stand in the circle and you get a super buff that makes you super powerful. See some pretty high numbers, Kuji, it'll be fun.
You said stand in the center.
Yeah, they're all gonna die really fast though, Dragon, don't worry about it. It doesn't really matter where you stand, just don't stand inside the ship. Or on top of a grate. And watch out for the fire, it's about to be on your feet. Yeah.
My blessing will leave you.
Most of it could be healed too, though. Anyway, so. Is there a cleanse yourself in the circle? That also gives you the buff.
Antidote should help.
There it is.
Actually, during that phase, you want to stand in that circle because it gives you a buff.
Yeah.
You don't want to move out. You want to stay in.
The buff stays on you when you move out. It's like the golden disc from Fang Lair. It's kind of like that. But you do have to at least touch it or you won't get the buff.
Like, it makes it easier when you stack on it. This way I can pull the antidote too.
I prepared an antidote for you.
Alright, there it goes. I can't hit him from there, so if I don't move up I do 0 damage. My apologies for playing a damage character. Finally, like stamina. This fight right here.
I need Beetlejuice for an antidote.
She'll kill you all. The on, the scheduled caller.
No chest.
Did Devokun send you to usurp me? To take this temple back? No matter. This mountain shall be your
Don't accidentally read that
just
hard
as
mode.
it was mine.
I don't think I've ever seen a purple bear wand before. That little guy? Where'd you get him from? The purple one.
It is the rarest pet in the game. It is only given out by partnered Twitch streamers, and there's only 8 to 10 of them at the moment.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You see, I could tell that it was something different. That's interesting. You must have a lot of viewers, right? Or is it like a thing where you invest money into it?
No, I won it from one of the partners.
Oh, cool. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. It's like a raffle, sort of. Or a contest, rather. Nice. Good for you, man. That's fucking awesome. Must be great.
Run that into other people.
Yes, you do have to avoid it, though. We have to kill these things before they freeze us and kill us. And get inside of this shield, otherwise you'll die. Get in here. Get in here, you'll die.
As soon as we start moving forward,
It's actually a C. Sorry. That was for the author of Harry Potter. She would like that joke.
that's why I said get right back to the shield.
I'm gonna just double up on my reses here. Well, I was going to.
No idea what happened.
Oh, it's a acid. Each head spits a third of the room worth of insta-death acid. And
He got stuck by the fire. So he went back here and I couldn't.
all that, yeah. Alright, get in the thing, get in the shield.
Them pay.
But as soon as they start moving, come back to the statues.
Don't stay there, Wookie.
Roast over. Lay.
Is it me? Oh my god, it's me. Oh god.
Yep, yep.
I have a deathly fear of fire. Watch out for that poison.
But my fire remains.
Okay, I see.
I'll lead you where you stand.
It gives new meaning to the phrase getting head. You know what I'm saying?
Fury I grab will bring
Not a good change either. Uh-oh. My bad.
What the heck
So
was
as
that?
soon as,
I felt
as
that
soon as
we
I
needed more
move
practice.
towards that shield, run directly back between the two statues' heads. I'm always going to be between the one on the right,
Yes.
that one, and always between the one in the center.
Yeah.
The reason for that is the closer you are to the statue, the smaller the AoE is of the poison, so you can literally just sidestep one way or the other. But right after the shield phase, she picks somebody and has that solid line of fire on him. And if somebody's up here, I cannot run from the statues up here to get in front of it.
You did pretty good though. You saved me.
Right, but trying to do that on hard mode is a whole different story.
Yeah, I'm not making it easy for you.
My lord demands an offering. Your coffin shall do nicely.
We just want to get famous on your Twitch thing, that's all.
Feel Belric might.
That's what we do. I would keep it real. No, I'm looking at it. Get in the shield to the left.
Lend me your aid. My shield. How dare you let me drop it?
You know, I have to be here.
Right, but she'll come back here. But if you're back here, then I can. It's not
It
about
hurt.
race, getting her from face to face. It's about making sure stupid stuff.
Yes, I'm not leading by example, that's for sure. Alright, get in the shield.
My foes your blessing.
Fuji, everything that I'm doing is the wrong thing. Don't do it.
Worthy of Belbric's might. Furious pain.
Cleanser on me. Oh,
Hey, how'd that hit me back there?
Consume
they
you.
fixed it to where you can't hide behind that anymore.
I will bury you in blood. No. Prince of Pestilence, make them pay.
Now you can literally just
My shield.
drop it on her.
Or make me drop it.
Not literally.
I've lost my voice, but my fire remains. Viewed in cold embrace.
Shield to the left.
Wrath will bring your ruin. My lord, no! Stay away from it! Let the fire consume you!
Yay! Like Fuji, I got a medium for you.
Oh, I was so close!
I was hoping that you would get just the medium, heavy, and the light, and you'd
Is
be
that
done
all
with
you
this
can
place.
think of? After all that we've been through? Your greed has blinded you.
Yeah, come on, the medium.
I pray one day you see that.
There we go.
You fools may have defeated me, but
He
you'll
just needs
never
a light
stop
and
the
a heavy
master
now.
of tasks.
He's
Still,
got the heavy
his
coming from me.
pestilence spreads. And
I
this
can use
one shall know
a.
its
I got a
blessing.
medium, so I can use a light
Yeah, yeah.
or a heavy. I don't know what kind.
May
What
you
would this be
suffer in
good for?
oblivion for all your
DPS.
wretched deeds.
Sometimes
Yeah,
PvP.
May
I
I
need
be
a
the
lot.
last
A
victim you
lot.
ever claim.
I usually do them one at a time, unless there's 2 lights. Fuji, what'd you get? Did you get light?
So anybody need a medium? Use a lot. Yeah. You left.
Yes, and you can hide behind this thing still. I just did it the last time we fought the boss. It just happened to not work because I was standing like on the corner edge here and the corner edge here. But I felt like that we were getting into too many I told you so's, me and that guy. And if I would have continued to mention things that he has off and are not accurate, I feel like it would have been like insulting. So what was the point of even mentioning it? You know what I mean? He's a good player though, and everybody brags about him that I know. They say he's one of the best fucking players ever. But sometimes people, they have a thing where they just, you know what I mean? They think something, and then when it's not, you know what I mean? After telling people that it is for a while, it doesn't matter or register or not. Like telling me not to run over to the boss, you know what I mean? And then saying you can't do that on the hard
Were
mode.
y'all bumping heads or what? There's some of the stuff going on. I didn't know what.
No, it's just that he kept saying that what the strategy is, but you don't have to do what he's saying. You just have to be good at the game, and you don't have to do that.
So y'all were bumping heads on strategy.
Well, no, not exactly. I simply can't stay and not attack the boss. Like, that's not... I can't do that. If the boss won't die if I do that.
No.
So, it's just when you play a stamina character. But I tried to divert it and tell him...
I was just trying to stay alive, so...
Yeah. No, you're perfectly fine. It's not just here, though, that's safe. Between these heads. It's also here that's safe. You just want to be able to make a quick movement to the left or a quick movement to the right and be out of the poison. If you're here and that poison comes up, you can't get out of it fast enough 100% of the time. You'll never get over here and get out.
So that thing that filled the whole thing, that was poison?
Yeah, and then the poison is also the shield
Because
phase.
I just seen the expanding AoE and it's
Yeah,
just
that's
like
poison from this dragon head. If you turn off that color, like if you get rid of it, the indicator that tells you that there's bad shit, you would just see purple smoke.
Yeah.
Not purple smoke. Sorry, green smoke.
Yeah, I'm glad I put that on hot pink. Because that makes such a humongous difference.
Yeah. Excellent.
I can actually dodge and step between stuff now and not have to worry about dying quickly.
I'm gonna tell him if there's anything.
So, did you say you got a light helmet, Buster Helm?
I did not. I got a medium.
Oh, okay. I thought somebody said they had a light. All right. I don't even know what it does. I haven't looked at it yet. Well, I guess I can use it on my other character. Io. He's more into stamina build.
He told me if there's happy, if there's anything I can ever help him with, I'm happy to return the favor. Since a lot of people just take the help and then never even mention that they're willing to help the other person if they ever need something. They just like take the help and then they're like, thanks, bye.
Well, he did it quick, didn't
What was that? Say I was in loading screen. Say it again. Can you hear me? Okay. I can't hear you, Wookie.
What is it?
There we go. You said something just as I went in loading screen. What was that?
That was, who are we helping? Was we helping somebody?
Fuji. New guildie.
Oh, he's working. Oh, well, he's still around. I thought you said people you help them and then they bail as soon as you get done or something like that.
No, I'm talking about myself, meaning, like, he helps us, then he leaves, right? And then I'm like, thank you, but then there's nothing else. Like, I don't, you know how in real life when somebody helps you with something, you'll tell them, listen, if you ever need anything, let me know, I owe you one. Shit like that, right? Nobody ever does that in MMOs. I mean, people that can actually help somebody.
So that's because they're not actually there. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's easier. It's easier.
It's just a video game, right?
Actually, yeah,
right.
When you're not actually there in person.
Yeah, his response was, nope, I mainly just run dungeons and trials all day. And then I guess to keep it light, I'm just going to say noise. Noise.
No, it's okay, man. It's okay. I appreciate it. I'm here for you, man, and I've learned a lot.
What? No, I'm not talking about you guys, man. I run a. No, not you guys. I'm talking about a different guild. I'm talking about different. No, not you guys. You guys. This is worst nightmare.
That's something to be expected from other guilds. I mean, you're not part of the pack.
None of the people in Worst Nightmare have to have any ability to use the chat, to socialize. They don't have to know how to fucking use PlayStation's keyboard. Like, they don't have to know those things in order to get help and get stuff. They don't have to be, like, good at dungeons or good at the game or good in social situations. Like, everyone here is completely and utterly equal as far as, like, all loved equally, which is not very much considering I don't know you guys, but it's equal. Let's put it that way. Everything's free for life. That's all I gotta say.
Well, the thing about MMOs, and this kind of affects everybody to a certain point, they get kind of caught up in just like, leveling and getting the builds and power, and that's the world. They just become possessed with it, and that's the only thing that matters. But
yes.
You're the only person that's got such a high DPS that you're just not totally fixated on just
continuing up the chain,
trialing and dungeoning and
trifectas and True Genius and Godslayer and all that shit. Right, exactly. Yeah, fuck that noise. All right, I don't need that shit. I don't need that shit in my life.
Well, what differentiates you from other people, from other guilds that's like that, is that you're patient and you help people out and you don't ignore them or put them to the side because they're not ubber enough or they don't have enough DPS and all that.
No way. 4 hours in a motherfucking boss fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do that a lot.
A lot of trial guilds and they're not like that. They just like, you're just a bench warmer, or they're not gonna ask you for help, or or they'll say, "Yeah, come in here and join our guild." Then they'll find somebody more DPS, and they'll be like, "Oh, we got this guy." Sorry, Hey, that's why I picked my other some other guild I was in there was like that.
It's more about whether or not the person
I was a
is nice,
nobody.
like nice to people. You know what I mean? That's what's important. The skills can come later. Yeah. If they come at all, it doesn't matter. Alright, so which one of these fools is going to give the Vulcan Scoria shoulder? Oh, not Vulcan Scoria. Zahn shoulder. No, you know what? Can you hear me, Kuji? I think it's... Yeah, it's the orc woman, I believe. And the name of it is... It's called Dragon Bones Coffer. Dragon Bones Coffer. Bang. Coffer. And there we go. Good luck. I hope you get it. Crossing the fingers. Crossing the Zahn streams. You'll be a streamer. You gotta be strong. You gotta be fast. You gotta be loving life.
Don't come back.
Link getting killed. Link getting killed. Link getting killed. Yep. Yeah. Oh, alright, alright. That's good. Now you will see.
I went through like 40 keys the other day trying to get a certain set of shoulders. I'm glad I have like 180 of them.
Yeah. I'm saving them, I guess,
and
for
I've never
anything.
had that happen before. I usually get them in like the first 4 or 5 tries. So usually the second or third try when I usually get one.
The only thing you gotta worry about, Kuji, is when you see the Zahn attach itself to the enemy, don't let the enemy get too far from you, because it'll break the tether, and it'll cancel the rest of the damage. So if you see it get attached, just stay within a certain distance, and you'll kind of learn what that distance is. It's kind of like where I am to you right now. You can hear me? You don't want to go like further than this away from the monster or boss. During that strand, you know what I mean? But the cooldown isn't a long time, so it can happen every like 7 seconds or something. What's the cooldown? Every 12 seconds, I think, maybe? It can happen. Something like that. It's very strong, though.
Not bad. Yeah, I think I'll put this on my stamina build.
What else you need, Kuji? Because Daedric Trickery is not something you want to stay in forever. What are you thinking about using for that part? Like that set, to replace that set? Because there's a lot of options. There's a lot of things you could do. There's this new set from this place, and it procs like a lightning damage strike. A lot of people are getting a kick out of that one. And Sork, you cast quite a few lightning things yourself.
Who, me?
No, I'm talking to Kuji. I don't know if he can even hear me.
Oh, I got a build on this character that's almost nothing but lightning. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, remember the Dragon Knights used to have fire builds? Now even that sunset is not as strong as just doing other sets. Like, I think if a set only increases damage on one thing, it should hold its own and have a reason. You know what I mean? As long as they strictly play Blake. Oh, okay. I just never heard of anybody using Daedric Trickery before. But, you know, You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean by danger trigger?
It's a craftable set. What happens is it adds like a
Oh.
it adds like a buff periodically, and you can have like 3 of them stacked at the same time to like move your buff stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, it's not a bad setup. Is it for PvP or PvE? What's it for? I mean, I think if it was for PvP, you wouldn't have did Divines though. It's gotta be PvE. Maybe it'll work great. Oh, it is PvP with Divines, really? Well, yeah. You have to be able to... The important part of PvP is that people just don't kill you immediately. If you don't play PvP in that way, and you try to do like, what you would call a glass cannon, everybody's just gonna kill you all the time. And it's gonna be really difficult to PvP. What you really need is... You really want impen on every piece of gear, impenetrable, because even though people use impen, the strongest thing you get hit by is still the critical hits done by the player in PvP. But you'd want like your Zaan's head and shoulder, for example, you would want both of those to be heavy, because in PvP, resistances is actually a really big deal. And, even the weapons that you use, one of your bars has to either be uber healing or uber tanking. One of the 2 bars that you use. And if you don't play it that way, you're going to find that people are going to roll over you a lot. And you'll still get killed even if you play if you make a 1vx build, you'll still get killed by people. The only difference is how often it happens will be significantly less, you know what I mean? Like, the PvP that I run on this particular character, specifically, hold on, let me check out my Gurgler. Gurgler! Gurgler. Right. I would do that, and I would let me remake that Daedric Trickery for you, and let me make it impenetrable instead of Divines. It doesn't mean you're not going to have whatever bonus from whatever Mundustone you're using. You're still going to have it, it's just not going to be boosted by Divines. So you're not like getting rid of the Mundus. Also, what you really want in PvP is to not run out of resource. So I know it sounds great to use like the Lover Stone or something like that when you PvP, but what you really need is to not run out of resource. So if you're a magic character, you need that Atronach Mundustone for PvP. If you're a stamina character, you need Serpent Mundustone for PvP. If you do not take those Mundustones accordingly, you will run out of resource while you're PvPing, and people will fuck you up because you're out of fucking resources. It's just the way of the game. When I started to conform and follow that basic model, things got really cool for me. I do also use play breaks, see? This is my exact setup for PvP. For this character. It was really hard to copy the guy that I copied this from on the internet, because the motherfucker wasn't even showing like all the different pieces and what all the different traits are and everything and shit like that, you know. But as you can see, I'm supposed to have weapon damage on all 3 pieces of jewelry, right? However, if I don't run 2 stamina recovery, at the least 2 stamina recovery, I just simply run out of stamina, and then you're fucking useless in PvP. Just standing there, not able to cast shit. And don't expect to be heavy attacking motherfuckers to get your resources back when you're a stamina character.
I
Yeah,
spent a lot of that time in Cyrodiil, and I got a lot of this gear. I never did think about wearing it.
That's the best setup I ever seen in my life.
I have thought about wearing Plague Breaker and Sunder.
And also the abilities you use are really important too. This particular character right now, on the back bar, you're using Razor Caltrops, but really it's for Major Breach, just to make the enemy have less physical spell resistance. Also using Rally as a really amazing heal. And also Vigor, Ice Fortress to make you have more resistances, plus minor protection, 5% less damage, and Bull Netch. The Bull Netch is going to actually take off, like if you have shit, negative effects on you, you can just keep popping Bull Netch while running around, and all of the damage over times on you and the negative effects on you will just come off of your character while you're running around something.
And on your CP bar, I found out what's really important is your crowd control.
Yeah, in Battleground CP won't matter, but in my CP, I use Deadly Aim Biting Aura, and then I actually use Ironclad and Duelist Rebuff. So half of them are tank, and half of them are damage. Half tank, half damage.
I always have a front bar for damage and a back bar for defense.
Right,
you gotta have that in player versus player, or you're gonna die really quick.
Right, Daedric Trickery is a different way to get your buffs. But let's say they're not giving you the one that you need immediately. There's like downtime on that particular thing. You know what I mean? Anytime you want to test the character, where do you go? You logged off? Yeah, anytime you want to test the character too, like to just see how he fares. I have two characters I PvP with. One's a long range, and one's a short range. And you can test on both of those if you want. One's a Sork, and one's this Stamina Warden. Magic Sork and Stamina Warden. I'm not the greatest PvPer in the world, but I don't jailbreak my PlayStation 5, you know what I'm saying?
I don't cheat. I get so much of that Cyrodiil gear is because I've done quests there a lot. I do a lot of quests and stuff.
No, they have a thing that a lot of people just recently got banned for, because when they did the PlayStation update, they actually caught people that were jailbreaking the machine and manipulating the code for purposes of being better than others in PvP and shit like that. You know? And a bunch of people got banned recently. And then also, people were using the PlayStation VR headset to bypass the security into the PlayStation as well. I think on PS5 through USB port. So they were opening up the headset and somehow connecting that to a computer, and then they were getting like access to changing shit and hiding it too, masking it so people didn't see. So sometimes people do cheat, and there's nothing you can do about it, really.
What's people doing when you see them roll like Carnathy's Roost? It's really bad there, where you see these little characters running around with there's like,
and they're like stuck together, right?
Duplicates of them.
Yeah, and they're all together in one spot, and they're all casting at the same time.
They're running from resource node to resource node, and you know it's a robot because you can't talk to them, and it's just like everything's automated.
Yeah, that's just like a program being run through the PlayStation controller from a computer. So
that's not legal, right? I mean, that's...
No, they try to get those people in trouble. You can report them, just so you know. But who the hell wants to do that? No one fucking... That's their job to get them in trouble, not mine.
Well, they do that so they don't have to... So the characters can be gathering resources all night, and then they can break it down and sell it, you know?
Of course.
Like the mats.
Yeah, but if they really wanted to make money, they would go farm the style page like I did, and they fucking 6 million gold in 5 days, right? No, they do. They actually sell money, gold for real life money and all that shit too. Plus, for all we know, the people that are playing those accounts and doing that could be people in like some other country somewhere, in like some giant, like, sweatshop version of internet gold farmers. You know what I mean? And their families like held hostage, and they don't run and pick up the nodes on their little fucking mod program they created them to do this for them. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really know who they are and what they're doing, or who's doing it, who's
It
behind it.
surprises me how long they last because I guess nobody reports them or something. I don't know.
It gets tiring after a while. You can report them, and then they keep coming back and keep coming back. It's like Twitter fucking bot accounts. They just keep coming back. It's an Elon Musk joke. He's one of those anyway.
And he pissed a lot of people off.
75% of all Twitter users are bots.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Guess what? This just in. Cardi B is a bot. Oh, I knew nobody could be that pretty. I knew it was a sham.
Yeah.
It'd be hilarious if like celebrities
Well, I
came out
really
as
don't-
bots, but they were talking about robots, like androids. Wondering why you can't have a beautiful figure? You're not made of wires and rubber. These people are crazy on the fucking internet.
I gotta take a break. I gotta go take some clothes out of the dryer and fold them and put them away and all that.
I hear that. Thank you for helping with you. I really appreciate
I'll
it.
probably be on, but I'll probably be AFK, even though
Sure.
I don't have a keyboard, but you know.
Please let me know if you need
AFC
anything at
away
all.
from console. I don't know
Sure.
how they say that.
If you need any dungeons, if you need any gear from anywhere, please let me know. Don't be afraid to give me a hoot and a holler.
I've been trying to run Thing Lair.
You know, I keep forgetting we're not in the fucking PSN chat. My apologies. You keep trying to run Fang Lair? Say it again?
Oh. I said I've been trying to run Thing Lair all morning. I've been in queue since 4 o'clock this morning, I guess.
What do you need it for, the daily?
It
Daily
is a
pledge?
pledge, but there's some gear I like to get out there that I might be able to get a few pieces, but it's no biggie.
Defeating.
I'm just doing it on normal.
Take
When
your
I
look.
run DPS, I did it on my tank and I was in there like instantly, but when I do it MP DPS, especially at this times,
I'll help you
I'm
with it. I'll
lucky
do
to
it.
be-
No, I'll help you. I'll do it with you. No
Well,
problem.
I can't do it right now. I gotta go dig
After.
clothes.
Sure, a little bit later on. You got it. No problem at all.
Well, I might look you up if you're still on.
hmm Even if I'm not, send me a PSN. Most times I'll just come back on. Because I don't do anything in real life. I don't really exist outside of the internet space.
Well, I'm a caretaker. You know, I take care of family members, and that's. But I never know when I'm gonna have to go from AFK. So.
Sure. I even have a tank that I can queue up for to do that place for you. You know what I mean? Like I have a tank. I can also try to find other people too. It won't be a problem. Trust me. Whenever you want.
Okay, it'll probably be a little bit. But
Take your time. No rush. I'm here all day. All day and all night. See you later. You got it.
Oh, you're not on here all night. I know that.
No. I usually have cut off about 1 in the morning Eastern.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
I used to cut off at 11 with Cash, but now I hop back on usually to like 1 in the morning. 1:30. Theoretically, though, you could send me a PSN while I'm sleeping, and I could wake up and log on to the game, but nobody does that.
Nah, I ain't that big a gamer. I'm not that deep into it.
I already got my former Emperor. I don't need to fucking deal with that shit.
You really?
I did in 2016.
How does that work?
2017.
How does that work?
You have to be,
like-
first things first, you have to be number 1 on AP for that particular month. Because if
For
it, like,
the
let's say it
AP,
resets,
What do you mean?
like, you know how you look at the
Leaderboard? The lead.
right, the one that resets every month, you have to be the number 1 in your faction on that leaderboard. And while you're number 1, your faction has to take all of the castles around Imperial City Center. And once the final castle turns your color, and those inner castles are all connected, that will flip you to Emperor if, and only if, you're number one on that list. So, first things first,
number
getting...
one part could be a problem.
That's the problem,
flipping
yes.
castles, that's not hard to do. It's, you gotta get on it at a certain time, and it's easy.
Yes, it's not that bad. Number one is the hard part, exactly.
Yeah, number one's hard.
I did it a long time ago. Things were a little different back then. I did it by running into people and just dying over and over and over again. I just ran in, killed one guy, died. Ran in, killed no one. Ran in, killed two people, died. Ran in, killed no one. And I used do wield, and I used twice born star with all divines. And that's how I PvP'd. And I got Emperor like that. But I didn't do it but after a year of guarding the sewer entrance and jumping people with like 12, 15 guildies at a time out of stealth and killing them on their way into the fucking sewer entrance. I used to piss people off the entire year, and then I went for Emperor, so I did it the absolute most difficult way you can possibly fucking do it. Make enemies, make them hate you, and then go for it, and they were not having that shit. They were following my stream, to follow where I was going. I had to stop streaming, and I couldn't even fucking stream it anymore.
Really?
Yeah, and there was this one girl that was, she was the Emperor at the time. Her name was Helix. And everywhere I went, this girl would fucking show up, this goddamn Chinese girl, and she beat the fucking shit out of everybody that was with me. By herself, she would just destroy everyone. She was the Sork, but she was like unkillable. Like way back when there wasn't really a lot of unkillables. Like as soon as it looked like she would take any damage, she was just on her way out of there, and you couldn't fucking stop her from moving. You couldn't stun her or nothing. It was ridiculous. Fucking just move away, and as soon as she would turn around, she'd just kill somebody right away, and then go fucking run again. Ridiculous.
Was it really a she, or was it a he?
Somebody said they knew her, and it was really a girl. But she used to come and defend the sewer entrance from time to time, and we used to do that. After a while of guarding the sewer entrance, they would bring friends, and we would eventually get run out of there because we would get killed. But we actually ended up having a lot of like 15 on 15 battles before that would happen, and it was really cool because nobody was a PvPer. We were all PvEers. We were all wearing PvE gear, and we called it our thing. It was the guild thing. You want to go do the thing, and that meant you were going to babysit in the front of the fucking sewer entrance. It was so fun though because all of these people would get their asses handed to them, and then this one moment. They would get to shine and just attack and just fucking kill somebody instantly. Because everybody would hit the button at the same time. So you would just see all these different attacks on one player, and the player and the mount just like die in the air. The bear died, the player's body just sliding towards the fucking sewer entrance. It was so funny. And the hate mail was real, man. They used to send serious hate mail to the guildies. It was so fucking funny. Yeah, but I did actually end up getting it. You're not going to believe how I got it, too. There was 3 hours left before the campaign ended.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 3 hours left before it would reset my AP and I wouldn't be in first anymore. And it was actually a 5-day campaign. Back then there were 5-day campaigns. And I had to stay away. I only got 40 minutes of sleep in 4.5 days. And I even had people that were like so-called great PvPers with like armies come in with like 2 groups of 24. 2 groups of 24. And still couldn't get those castles for me. And I had this guy for hours try to do this for me. And he was like, I don't understand. This is not even a hard campaign server to do this on. He's like, I fucking make people Emperor on my server, and that's the big server that's always full. He's like, this is bullshit, and he get all pissed off and eventually quit. I also lost a lot of guild people and friends because I kept calling on everybody to come help me all the time, and everybody tried so hard. So finally, I woke up like after like a 15-minute just break. I like got back up, and it was like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, and the campaign was ending in 3 hours or something like that. And I hopped on, and I was like, alright, is there anybody there? I'm going to try one last time. And I gave everybody 3 stone trebuchets each. right? And every single person used 3 stone trebuchets. Like, used one, ran to the next one, used that one, ran to the next one, used that one, to go back to the first one, and then you could cycle between 3. So me and only 7 people took every tower, and right before we took the last tower, they were just taking back the first one, and so it flipped, but then it didn't tell me I became Emperor, and we're all standing there, and I'm waiting, and I'm like, did it work? I don't know if it worked. It's not, I think they fucked it up, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it told the whole server, Worst Nightmare has become Emperor.
You mean that you just become Emperor just like that? I mean,
That's
you
it.
don't
Just
have you don't have to go kill. I thought
No.
you had to do something like go into the goat tower and go to the throne room. And
no, you don't even
actually
have to
kill
be the one
real
taking the.
emperor there.
You don't even
and
have to
have
be the
a
one
big-
taking the castles. Other people can take the castles. You just have to be number 1 on the list, and you're Emperor. That's it. So, like I said, the hard part is being number 1 and
That's
staying there.
disappointing. I figured you had to actually go in and kill the NPC emperor, whatever's in the throne room, and then have a big hoo-ha ceremony thing and become the emperor.
And
It
then
ain't like that, huh?
when I got Emperor, we went into the sewers with it because they used to let that buff go in the sewers too. And me and the 7 friends, we were in the arena district, which was always a major PvP. The arena district was huge PvP. We're talking like 30, 30, 30, 40, 40, 40 from each faction. And we saw the blues were fighting the reds by the, I think it was the red spawn point. And so I was like, alright everybody, we're gonna make our characters walk up to them in like a line, like the fucking Avengers and shit. And so I was playing that song, Here I Am, dun, 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 rock you like a hurricane, on the fucking thing, while we were all walking up, and you could see all the players that were fighting each other, one by one, were all stopping to look, and they were seeing us, and then all of a sudden they just stopped fighting each other, and they all came rushing at us. And literally, I fucked up all these people as Emperor in a PvE twice 1-star do-wheel build. They couldn't kill me, and no matter who I attacked, they fucking died, and there was nothing they can do about it. That's how powerful your buffs are as Emperor. It was so fucking ridiculous. My vigor was ticking for like 20,000 a tick on my vigor. Nobody can kill me. It was impossible for anyone to kill me. It was fucking ridiculous. It was the greatest thing ever.
So,
This is 2017 this happened.
so when you become emperor, you get a lot of buffs. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, absolutely. You get, number 1, you get 100% increased health, stamina, and magic in combat regeneration. In combat regeneration.
Oh, wow.
Number 2, you get increased health, magic, and stamina by an unbelievably large amount. Like, I had like 70 fucking thousand stamina when I became Emperor.
Wow.
And then on top of that, you give all of your friends around you, I think, more health. Like, you give everyone a health buff, so everyone actually benefits from being around you. And then there's a couple of other little things, too, that you get from being Emperor. It makes it almost impossible for you to get killed. If you already are 1VX build, and you become Emperor, no one is killing you, no one. And you're killing everyone. Because damage increase from going from 30,000 to 70,000 stamina is fucking ridiculous, dude. It's insanity. It doubles the damage output you do.
So how long was you emperor?
No, I actually abdicated myself from the throne after about 30 minutes of just fucking around with those guys. I ended up, because the guy in second place that was helping me, I promised him that I would drop out to give him a chance to become Emperor as well. So I ended up leaving the campaign before anybody removed me from Emperor, and my friends said that on their screen it said these words exactly: Worst Nightmare abdicates herself from the throne. So I became Emperor, and then I quit, like Rocky Marciano, and never had it taken away from me.
Did the other guy become emperor?
He didn't. He never logged back on, that piece of shit. He never even came back on. He didn't give a fuck. Somebody passed him off, and then fucking it was over in 3 hours.
That's kind of disappointing. You advocated for that and didn't need any.
It's alright, because now at least nobody ever took Emperor from me, and how many Emperors can say that? You know? There's not a lot of people who would think to even leave the campaign at the end of the campaign like that, just to make it where nobody takes it from them. There's only a couple hours left anyway, so it wasn't a big deal. Yeah, that was a hell of an experience. Alright, I'll see you a little bit later, man.
That was interesting. Was it worth it?
Probably not, no, to be honest.
Okay. Lose a lot of friends and...
Yeah, I did because it wasn't even that they didn't want to be my friend, it's just that they were so taxed and so disappointed in how difficult this was. Because we kept getting so close, and then they would just fucking overrun us. And it kept happening, and it was like, how many times can you try the same thing? But time was running out, and I was still in first, so I just kept doing it over and over and over again. It was fucking crazy. And I couldn't stop, so when everybody gave up, I had to continue doing shit to keep first place. So then, by the time they would rested, I would get them back to come back and help me again, and then I wouldn't be rested. So for 4.5 days, dude, man, I had no fucking rest. I felt like shit afterwards. I thought I was gonna die.
I seen that with some other guy not too long ago, and that guy was on there for like a week, and I think he said people were talking about him. He only had like 30 or 40 hours of sleep the whole week, something like that.
That's the only way to do it.
It was during an event. It was during that event where I can't remember where you got double or something while using Cyrodiil. And they really pushed it really hard. It was going hard there for a long time. I can't remember the guy's name though. It was a certain guild. They was there during the whole event.
Yeah, I'm done with that. No more of that shit. Alright, I'll talk to you a little bit later.
Okay.
You gotta work this.